Give me one sec, y'all. I am not prepared. 1 second, guys. Welcome back, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Listen, welcome. Thank you. Tiki's in the house. I don't see any mods yet. Shout out to my beautiful people. This chat is taking update. Hold up, y'all. Let me see what is going on. Let me greet the people. Tiki, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Shout out to Ikamel. Angie, Jamie, Donna, Mind My Blues, Stasia. Oh, now what? Match Bat Goat. Rona, Batgoat says someone chatted and said warrant looks fake. LOL, this is crazy. Are you serious? Are people really saying that the warrant looks fake? Are people really saying that the warrant looks fake? Just let me know. And if I'm not used to this yet, y'all. So forgive me if I'm not speaking directly to the mic. Hey, Graham, how you doing, love? Shout out to you. Graham, I was thinking about you the other day because of the comment that you left. That, Graham had done a video. Shout out to Graham. He done a video on his channel. And I guess, like, anytime you talk about anything Nick Rekieta, and it's true, you get the, like, influx of either supporters from one way to the other. And the troll comments are just, like, crazy in my opinion. But Graham, thank you for being here. Wim, thank you for being here. Shout out to you. Rio for life. Bella, Tina, me, you, how you doing, love? Kim, Lovey Cats, welcome. Hey, Mace, thank you. Shout out to you. Mary, how are you guys doing? Bunny Advocate's in the house. Spooky Fox and Bunny Advocate. Hey, Bossy, you got your notification. That's good. Oh my god, I gotta clear my throat, guys. I'm still kind of dealing with this little crap here, but yeah. Lisa loves Suzanne. Welcome, Daisy. One person on Legal Mindset chatted that about the warrant, that it was fake. Do people really believe that the warrant is fake? Listen, I am so done between the Ryan Upchurch fans and supporters who say that the documents on Pacer are fake to where we're at right now. I don't know. Like, at this point, are you guys real? Am I real? Because that's kind of where I'm at. Daisy girl, shout out to you. Thank you. And good afternoon from Florida. Shout out to you. People will say anything about this. Nick's audience is kind of intense. They are intense. But you know what? First of all, shout out to Nick's audience. Okay. I understand they're like when you're supporting somebody, a creator. So shout out to them for being so supportive of their favorite creator. But you guys have to understand that I am not a legal expert of anything. I'm literally a person on the internet giving commentary to a situation. And so what you get from me is not legal advice or any legal anything, okay? I'm literally a person on the internet giving commentary on a situation that involves another YouTuber. And it won't be the first time and it won't be the last time. And at this point, it could be anybody. People have given commentary about me and my stuff. Anybody can do it. So please note that. Do not take it personal. Don't lose sleep over it. Trust me when I say it, this is what happens on the internet. Heidi, welcome. Wim's like, are the mods on strike? Where are the mods? No, Chico's here. Look at Chico. Chico's like, I'm here. Maxine, welcome. I know people is crazy. Crafting through crazy. How you doing, love? Shout out to you. Mel's in the house. Welcome. And then Monica's in the house. Thank you guys for being here. Oh my gosh. You got impeccable timing. I just got back from the dock. Well, I hope you're doing well, Chico. Shout out to you. Wim is like, where are the mods? Shout out to Wim. Shout out to Wim. Wim is like on it too. JB, good morning. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, y'all. I got drawers over here. Help me keep organized. I'm good. I am good. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. Let's get started. So the internet is abuzz right now because the search warrant applications have been released to the public, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it. I went through and did my own redacting of these documents. Do I have to redact these documents? No, but I don't like releasing. I know I did release a CVS address yesterday. I'm not a fan of releasing information. And so I definitely wasn't going to release Nick Rekieta's address or any of those involved, as well as DOBs. So we did do a lot of heavy redacting on these documents. using Google Docs. Okay. Now, let me repeat myself again for those that are Rekieta supporters. I am literally here giving commentary on a situation. I am not a legal at all. At all. So please note that. But let's get started. All right, y'all. Let's get started. Should we get started? And I got my coffee here. What are you guys drinking? Let me know. And I'm going to stop and give commentary and talk to the people because that's what I like doing in the live streams. Adrian, Adrian's like, hey, new subscriber here. Thanks for showing the footage. In my opinion, he was just trying to, yeah. Well, thank you, Adrian. Shout out to you. Thank you for being a new sub. Of course, we had to show the footage and detail what was said. Make sure you guys check out the video live that we did yesterday. You have sunbrewed sweet tea with mint. You got a cup of tea. Listen, I'm about to do part 2 of coffee. That's where I'm at. You got ice water because I'm on myself care. Oh, well, shout out to you. I just hate water. I mean, I like water, but I hate the taste of water. You know, you only drink your coffee. Go get your coffee mix. Go do it. Mineral water. Anyways, you done with coffee? All right. Let's get it together. So here we have this application for the search warrant. Let me make my screen a little bit bigger. And the officer's name is Quinn. Quinn, a licensed peace officer in the state of Minnesota, make an application to this court for a warrant to search the premises and persons described below for the property and things described below. I know the content of this application and affirm that the statements contained in this application are true based on my knowledge or are believed to be true. I believe the following describes property and things, namely controlled substances, including methamphetamine, cocaine, or any other controlled substances prohibited by law, paraphernalia commonly associated with sales use of controlled substances, items that would show controlled substance use that would qualify as legal drug paraphernalia, is or are on the premises and on the person described. We redacted the address, of course. The residence has a tar driveway leading east from 51st Street northeast. The residence is a 2-story with a 3-stall garage. The main door is located on the south or southwest east of the residence. Nicholas Rekieta, and then his DOB was obviously redacted for obvious reasons. Located in the city or township of New London, county of, is it Candy Yohai? Is that how you say that for those that are in Minnesota? Candy Yohai? Did I say that correctly? State of Minnesota, I apply for a search warrant on the following grounds. The possession of a property or things described above constitutes a crime. The property or things above described constitutes evidence which tends to show a crime has been committed or tends to show that a particular person has committed a crime. Candy Ohio. Thank you. Well, look at this. Listen. I did tell y'all that English is not my first language. So I do have to listen, I was the Hooked on Phonics child. Okay. Yes, I was. And did Hook on Phonics work on me? No, it did not. But I was the girl with the red reading folder in the little small Red Robin group that it took me a while to learn how to read. So I have to sound out things. My ADHD is on point. So y'all, thank you for those that correct me. It's all love. I don't take offense to it. I'm an adult and I've learned. Shout out to you guys. Oklahoma Outlaws laughing. I pronounced it correctly. Thank you. Ding, ding, ding. Thank you. Oh my God. And then Wim gifted 10 memberships. If you guys got a membership from Wim, please put a heart in the chat. Lisa Love says, Inglés sin barreras comes to mind. For those, hold up, y'all. For those that are Spanish speaking, so Spanish was my first language, right? And Spanish is my language. It's my language. It's what we learn at home, right? I'm laughing because back in the day, back in my Univision days, we used to watch the Mexican channel, right? And every Saturday you had the corniest commercials, and they were Inglés sin barreras, which is English without borders or barriers, and they were catered for families that didn't speak English and wanted to learn English, but they had the corniest damn commercials. Anyways, Lisa, you just brought my childhood back. I gotta find some commercials so I can play them here. Anyways, I'm done. Let me get a drink of coffee. Hold up, y'all. I do too. I love how multilingual we are. Yes, you're absolutely right. I love it. All right. Let's get it together. So it says, where did I leave off? See, y'all distracted me. Um, Controlled substances, items that would show as controlled substances use that would not qualify as legal drug use paraphernalia is or are at the premises. We read that. I apply for the search warrant on the grounds of possession of property things described constitutes a crime, and the property of things described constitutes evidence which tends to show a crime has been committed or tends to show that a particular person has committed a crime. The facts establish the grounds of assurance of a search warrant are as following. Your affiant is Detective Quinn, a licensed peace officer in the state of Minnesota since 2009. Your affiant has been employed by the Candy Yohai County Sheriff's Office since 2013. Since 2018, your affiant has been assigned to the Detective Division on full-time basis, focusing on a felony level crimes, including but not limited to criminal sexual conduct, homicide, death investigations, missing person, fatal motor vehicle crashes, burglary, theft, harassment, stalking, assault, controlled substances, child sex abuse material, and financial crimes. From 2013 to 2018, your affiant was assigned to the Candio Yohai County Sheriff's Office Patrol Division for investigating street level crimes, including but not limited to driving under the influence, controlled substance crimes, theft, burglaries, assault, financial crimes, fraud, and domestic violence. From 2010 to 2013, your affiant was employed as the chief of police from the Sacred Heart, Minnesota Police Department, which included responsibilities of administration, investigations, and patrol. Your affiant has attended hundreds of hours of training, included but not limited to crime scene investigation, property crime, criminal sexual conduct, criminal interdiction, assaults, domestic violence, hate crimes, child sex abuse material, active shooter, death investigations, aquatic death investigations, elder abuse, vulnerable adult financial abuse, financial crimes, firearms, less lethal, diversionary devices, chemical agents, cellular phone extractions, cellular tower investigations, and evidence collections. Can y'all just make him turn in a damn resume at this point? Because clearly the guy is very much qualified to investigate. I'm just saying. He sounds, hey Flossie, he sounds very qualified to investigate. The way that they are, you know, reviewing this, like, listen, I'm qualified. You think that's what it sounds like, Graham? It sounds like at some point he got a demotion because he went from um your affiant was assigned to the Candy Yohai County Sheriff's Patrol Division for investigating street level crimes. How do you go from like harassment, stalking to like that to all of a sudden you're assigned to street division? But but he's qualified. I don't know what happened. Now that makes me does kind of make me wonder like what had happened there. I'm curious to know what happened. Just saying. Okay, let's keep reading, okay? So, um we read that from 2013. We read that. So, your affiant is certified in firearms instruction, SWAT team leader, cellular phone technology mapping and analysis, less lethal, instructions, flash, sound, divisionary device instructions, chemical agent instructions. All right, boat, water, ATV, and snowmobile safety operator, Glock armor, Alice instructions, and is a former drug recognition evaluator. What do you? I mean, he's qualified. That's what he's trying to tell us. At some point, he got a demotion. I don't know. Right? Does he write what he doesn't do? Maybe he hated his job so much he got a promotion, and did not like it as much as the old position. That is true. He could have got it. He could have said, "You know what? I don't like this job, so I'm just gonna go and to do street level stuff." It sounded like a demotion to me, but I'm just saying you're right. You're right. You're right. Maybe. Maybe he just loves the management piece. That's true. DB's like, holy cannoli. I know, love. Hey, CK, welcome, welcome for those that are coming in. Shout out to everybody. Y'all know I like to greet everybody. I'm sorry. Is this normal to have the entire resume on these documents? That's what I'm thinking. Like, see, I can understand if you're testifying in court, you would testify in court about your education, learning experience to be a subject matter expert in such situations that you're testifying on, right? Here, he literally put it's like a copy and paste version of his resume. But maybe that's just a normal thing to do. I don't know. It's a lot. At the end of the day, is this man qualified to be submitting this document, requesting a search warrant? That's clearly, to me, it sounds like he is. That's what it is, But yeah. Okay. Let me make myself smaller and let's keep reading the case. Now, this is where we got to get to the meat and potatoes of what they say this whole situation is. And this has been breaking the Twitter as well. So for those that are kind of wondering, why are we talking about this? Shout out to the 131 people on Twitter that's watching us as well. Thank you guys for joining us. So case background. On May 16, 2024, the Kandiyohi County Sheriff's Office Sergeant Dave Nestor received a report regarding child neglect and controlled substances. The reporter indicated that Nicholas Rekieta, blank, DOB blank, resides at blank in Kandiyohi County. He resides at this residence with his wife, Kayla Rekieta. Her DOB is blank, and 5 children ages 6 to 16. Oh, those kids are young. Ages 6 to 16, and they live in this residence. The reporter indicated that 4 people from their church had gone to him reporting neglect to the children, possible controlled substance use, and a questionable relationship with the additional couple. Okay. The reporter indicated that 4 people from their church had gone to him reporting neglect to the children, possible controlled substance use, and a questionable relationship with an additional couple. So based on this sentence right here, now let me get my CPS hat on. This sounds like a third-party report that came to a mandated reporter. Why that's important is because you have to wonder, did the mandated reporter see what's happening in Nick Rekieta's house? Or did the 4 people see what was going on in Nick Rekieta's house? And they came to this mandated reporter. There's a difference there, y'all. Like, y'all may not think that that's a big deal, but it's a big deal. It is. So what I'm hearing here, based on that sentence alone, is that I would have to wonder, who are those 4 people? What relation do they have to Nick Rekieta? Why were they at their house? Who are they? Like, what is their relationship type of situation? Or are they also mandated reporters? Because if they were mandated reporters, they would independently have to go and report what they saw at Nick Rekieta's house. No, they went over to a mandated reporter to make the report. Exactly, Flossie. That explains who the mandated reporters are in the warrant. So those 4 people came to him. That is considered third-party information. And in third-party information in some states may not be taken, like if it's a CPS report, may not be taken hugely in a CPS investigation. You said the children also told the mandated reporter at the church school. Okay, well, we'll keep reading. I promise you, Trish. Keep reading. I promise y'all. But this is just the first paragraph that I'm reading into. Okay. So it was reported that Nicholas is a social media blogger and that he and his wife Kayla had befriended hosts from a different local social media blogger. Those individuals were identified as Aaron Michael or Aaron, is it Imholt? Am I saying the last name correctly? Aaron Imholt, blank, DOB is blank, and April Imholt. So we're just going to call them Aaron and April for the purposes of this. Your affiant knows personally these are personalities of the Steel Toe Morning Show, which used to be in St. Cloud, Minnesota radio. However, as of recent years, the show has been a social media entertainment show, strictly based online. It was reported that the Imholts may have been staying with the Rekietas, and the home was in disarray and cluttered. It was reported from a church preschool teacher that the children had complained of being hungry. Ah, there you go. Not being fed and wearing the same clothing for 3 to 4 days at a time and would start to smell. It was reported from a church preschool teacher. Did they make that report or did somebody else make that report? All right, because a school teacher didn't make it directly to law enforcement. This is really sad. It's really sad. It was reported from a church preschool teacher that the children had complained of being hungry, not being fed, and wearing the same clothes for 3 to 4 days at a time and would start to smell. Hey, Poe. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, if this is true, this is really sad. It really is. School reported to CPS. Thank you, Trish, for saying that. The pastor went to the person and made the reports on behalf of the school, of his school employees. Gotcha. But Flossie, I think that hopefully they independently made a report because, like I said, then it takes away that third party part. But because they're all mandated reporters, right? So there's no reason for one person to take on all these reports. That's just my thought, though. Poe says, hey, everybody. Shout out to everybody. All right. So, but I'm glad Trish is saying school reported to CPS as well. Thank you, Trish, for saying that. This is really sad, yo. So these kids weren't even like eating and they smell bad. They weren't showering. These are 5 children. Like, who's watching? Like, what's going on? Anyways, let's keep reading. Nicholas was reported to be in lethargic and appeared high or drugged driving a car. Another individual advised the reporter that Nicholas will walk out randomly during sermons at church and have noticed behavioral changes in him. It was alleged Kayla looked anorexic, and Nicholas has lost a substantial amount of weight recently. One individual described Nicholas of having injections or track marks on his arms. The reporter reiterated concerns of possible neglect and or controlled substance use within the home. Ooh, this is really, I don't know. Drugs are bad, kids. You said, I'm a Rekieta sub. It's a rough road for Nick's kids. Thank you, M71. Yeah. Well, once the teachers hear or see something, then there you go, says Candy. Yep. Stories about children are being neglected or abused makes me so angry. Really sad to hear the children are innocent. Yes, they are, but it goes to show the decline. Definitely, it shows. In this episode of That's Fucked Up, that fucked up person, I know. As a recovered addict, I never once thought of bringing kids in my fucked up world. True enough, I don't have kids, but if I did, I would have done everything to protect them. It's very nauseating hearing this for sure. Make sure, trigger warning, guys. So the system isn't completely broken thanks to those people that noticed that the kids needed help, says Linda. Yeah, preschool teacher, youngest is 6 years old. That would be kindergarten. It would be, it makes you kind of wonder, preschool teachers, I mean, but it is a like church institution, so they may run things a little bit different than traditional. Like a preschool teacher could also be teaching, I don't know, second grade or first grade or kindergarten. So maybe there is that, but I don't want to assume more than that. But that's a good point, though. It does make you wonder why there's a preschool teacher and it's first grade, right? It is common. It is common, right? Crafting, very common. Thank goodness for the mandated reporters. It was stated in his address. I have no dog in the fight. I'm a sub of Rekieta, but I'm not defending any of this. You know what, M71, shout out to you, because I know that some folks have, like I said, I had gotten so many trolling comments that were um kind of feeling like we were being judgmental of Nick. And the reality is this: reading the probable cause affidavit is not being judgmental of anybody. It's a document. He happens to be a public persona that some of us are subscribed to or were subscribed to, and we want to know more. There is no we're wanting to find out what the hell happened. And some of you guys, like M71 and others, saw the decline between a certain period amount of time, and there was folks that were reaching out and hoping to help him out. I know that. And in addition to that, like, there's folks that enabled this shit too. And this is what happened. It is a cautionary tale. This can happen to anybody, because addiction doesn't like skip folks. Like, anybody can hit this kind of rock bottom. So please note that it can't. But I definitely think that this is something that he could come out of if proper intervention is treatment, and he's able to really understand the consequences of his actions. But what people are seeing online so far is that he hasn't really gotten it. He hasn't really gotten it. The bottom hasn't hit the rocks, if that makes sense. That's what I've heard. That's what it sounds like to me. And it's sad. And I don't, like I said, there's a lot of clips that I've seen where he has very weird ideology about certain things. I don't stand for that ideology whatsoever, but I also don't wish anybody that has different ideology than I do any harm. Like, that's not the point of this whatsoever. We're all human at the end of the day, you know? It doesn't discriminate. You're right. You're right. You're right, Heidi. Nick stands go hard, and that's for sure. But this is public and really serious. Sub during the Depp trial, but I dropped off after that. His decline was shocking. And what do you do? Like, I would imagine that as a sub, watching somebody that you've been watching, I don't know, for months or days. And that's, you know what, Caddy, and you're right. But watching somebody, like, if you're a sub and you're a supporter, what do you do? Like, there's only so much you can do to support him in his stuff. You kind of look crazy to support him is in, if you're watching him and you're super chatting him to take another shot or some bullshit like that, you look kind of bad for that, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Caddy says no sympathy for Nick, but all the sympathy for his kids. It's a dark time for them. Yeah, like, this is somebody's dad at the end of the day, right? Like, that's somebody's father. You don't want that. You don't want any negativity like that for that person, especially because it impacts those kids. That's just how I see it. All right. Trigger warning, guys. Let's keep reading, and let me take a drink out of my coffee. One sec, y'all. Okay. Ready. And I'll be reading some of your guys' comments as we're, just to interact and engage with y'all. Okay. So the reporter reiterated concerns for possible neglect and controlled substances within the home. Hold up. Let me go back a little bit. It was alleged Kayla looked anorexic and Nicholas has lost a substantial amount of weight recently. One individual described Nicholas of having injections or track marks on his arms. The reporter reiterated concerns for possible neglect or controlled substances within the home. Your affiant started to review the Rekieta and the Imholtz social media blogs. The blogs are commonly related to legal issues and high-profile trials, as Nicholas is a licensed attorney. Nicholas is known to drink alcoholic beverages excessively on these video blogs. I immediately noted that Nicholas' appearance in recent months has changed. In videos from January 2024 compared to May 2024, Nicholas appeared to have lost weight, appeared tired, and overall appeared strung out. Common with controlled substance users. Nicholas commonly refers to his studio as his basement in his own residence. Nicholas has been the victim of swatting calls and is known to your affiant and the Candy-Ojai County Sheriff's Office because of these calls. When the Candy-Ojai Sheriff's when the Candy-Ojai County Sheriff's Office responded to these calls, they were at, and then the address is clearly blocked. While reviewing the Imholtz social media video blogs, Aaron recently indicated that he and April are getting a divorce. Aaron goes on to say that he has experimented with cocaine 3 times and Molly 6 or 7 times in the past recently. On December 19th of 2023, the Imholtz broadcasted a podcast from Rekieta's studio, with the podcast being named Live from Spicer. Throughout the Imholtz video blog, it is apparent that they and the Rekietas were friends and that they may have recently had a falling out. It should be noted that in the recent videos of the Imholtz, April has at times also appeared tired, lethargic, and strung out as well. In both Nicholas and Imholtz video blogs from Rekieta's studio, it is apparent that they are in the same room and the items in the background appear the same. At one point during the Imholtz video, Nicholas walks in the background and grabs an item, which should show that the background is not a backdrop curtain and that it was the layout of the actual room. Okay, all right. So let me stop right here because I think, listen, I am no expert whatsoever, but I wanted to point something out on the paragraph. Listen, I'm reading this with y'all, okay? And I get it that there's an appearance of him having the weight loss, but has he used on camera? Like, we know that he's using, but has he used on camera? Has he been caught using on camera? I'm pretty sure that would have been grounds for termination of his channel. I could be wrong. Let me know in the chat. I mean, the drinking is one thing. That's not really I don't know, against the law, but has he been using on camera? Gotcha. I also subbed to him during the Depp trial. I had to stop when the drinking got to be too much for me to watch. He's never used on camera. Interesting. Hold up, y'all. I'm trying to see what you guys would say. I used to subscribe to Nick and I had to stop watching because it was clear that he was definitely functioning alcoholic. Hard to watch. There was another comment that I wanted to highlight here, but I do want to ask the question. It's one thing for him to be drunk. Now, that's not to say that that's not reportable streams, but has he actually used on camera, or is I know that the officer gave his profile. I'm just thinking of things that could come into challenge with this. Hold up. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, I don't know about him specifically, but I've seen plenty of people do anything from smoking weed to smoking meth on camera. It happens all the time. He's never used on camera. There's been white residue. Okay. Keep reading. He drinks 100% of the time, but there's a stream where he leaves the comes back on with the noticeable white. And this is my first time reading it with you guys. I figured I'd do it with you guys. That's what I heard too, that he had the snow on his nose. Silky, thank you for becoming a member. People in legal states can smoke weed on 18 plus channels. That's legal, right? There's been a lot. I mean, it depends on what state. You know, if you're living on that in the state that legalizes it, you do have to kind of wonder. Now, federally, it's a whole different issue, so keep that in mind. Okay, let me know in the chat what y'all think so I can include you in the comments. And then Silky, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you. Jimena says he just drank on camera in one instance with the snow on his nose, but not actively while using on camera. Gotcha. Hey, Lamb. All right. Let's keep reading. So he talked about April's appearance and what she looked like. They looked like they were strung out. This was in the 2 other paragraphs. Their appearance, there's like a decline in their appearance. They're looking lethargic. And then Aaron went on the video and he said that he experimented with cocaine 3 times and Molly 6 or 7 times in the past or recently. So these are past dreams, okay? All right. In both Nicholas and Imholt's video blog from Rekieta Studio, it is apparent that they're in the same room and that the items in the background appears the same. At one point during the Imholt video, Nicholas walks in the background, grabs an item which shows that the background is not a backdrop curtain and that it was the layout of the actual room. Why is that important? Because they're trying to say that they're using in separate rooms? All right, let me stop. On May 22nd, 2024, Imholt did a video blog where he talked about Nicholas and insinuated controlled substance use, and also referenced a video blog that Nicholas put online on May 21st, 2024, that has since been taken off the internet. Imholt indicates in this blog that Nicholas needs help and needs to get help for the kids because of the substance abuse. Imholt, is that Aaron or April? On May 22nd, 2024, Imholt did a video blog where that would be Aaron, where he talked about Nicholas and insinuated controlled substance use, and also referenced a video blog that Nicholas had put online on 5/21 of 2024 that had since been taken off the internet. Imholt indicates in this blog that Nicholas needs help and that Anne needs to get help for his kids because of the substance abuse. Imholt points out a time in the video where Nicholas had a white powder substance on his nose. All right, so this is Aaron's account of the situation. This is not Nicholas. Like, was Nicholas seen with white powder? Okay. I'm just wondering because this is Aaron telling the story in a video about Nicholas needing help. Thank you, Heidi. Says the reason the question for the background shows to prove that the report of substance abuse is coming from the first hand and they shared the same space. Gotcha. So it was Nicholas' stream. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. This is the kind of stuff that y'all needs to be clarified in a police report. I'm just saying, because how do you just put it out there? That's all. That's just my thought. So his stream, that's what it's giving back, that his stream is going to be used against him. Right? Need some Z's? Like all this stuff, the videos are going to be used against him. That's what it sounds like to me. So he had definitely white stuff on the tip of his nose. Oh, Lord. I mean, I don't know who has flour on their nose. I'm just saying, unless he was baking a cake during that time. But if he had stuff on his nose, he had stuff on his nose. He obviously he's not sober, and he just keeps talking. Trisha, so he's like talking like nothing, right? Like he's just talking like, and just using at the same time, if I'm hearing this correctly. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for giving me the heads up and steering me. Thank you. Okay. On May 22nd, 2024, your affiant was able to review the video that was taken off of Nicholas' YouTube and Rumble social media sites. The video is from May 21st, 2024, and is of Nicholas in his basement studio talking about a court appeals ruling he lost. He appears in the video to be drinking alcoholic beverages and eventually appears under the influence of a substance or substances. The entire video blog is 4 hours and 4 minutes long. Approximately 2:46 into the video, Nicholas leaves to go use the restroom. He returns at 2 hours and 50 minutes and 40 seconds. Hold up. He left the whole damn, like, almost 2 hours of a video. He appears to be making an excited look and has a white powdery substance on his nose. Well, there's the listen. And y'all actually stayed for that? For those that watched that stream? You saw it yourself, Shell. Shell says, I saw myself. He was slurring. So this is where they got this is where Pika said the white substance was coming from. It's a 45-minute bathroom break. So from the 2-minute start all the way to 2 hours and 15 minutes and 46 seconds. He was twitching and everything. I saw the clip. Oh my God. Well, I mean, let's just say it was after the 2 hour with the white substance. Thank you. Okay. That is sad. Oh my God. All right. He's not doing well. He couldn't read with the powder on his nose. That's sad. All right. Let's keep reading, y'all, before Baby Bunny calls me. So he appears to be making an excited look and has a white powder substance on his nose. Your affiant believes his behavior is indicative of central nervous system stimulants. Hold up. Make myself smaller. Stimulants. Your affiant believes, based on the training and experience as well as the behavior of Nicholas, that he ingested this white powdery substance through his nasal cavity while off camera. Your affiant knows through training and experience that ingesting controlled substances through a nasal cavity is common amongst controlled substance users and is often referred to as snorting. Your affiant also noted that throughout the video, Nicholas is so under the influence of a substance to the point that he has to close his eyes. Wait. He has to close one eye to read his screen, ramble, and slur his speech. Nicholas would obviously not be able to care for his children in this state of intoxication. Well, where were his kids? Was somebody else watching the kids around this time? It should be noted that your affiant was a drug recognition evaluator for several years. And listen, he already put his credentials in the first paragraph over there, but he put it in again for those that are questioning, how does he know? Should be noted that your affiant was a drug recognition evaluator for several years, and based on your affiant's training and experience, the behavior of Nicholas in this video blog indicates polysubstance use, meaning it is believed that he was ingesting more than one substance based on his behavior, being both excited and nearly passing out. This can be consistent behavior of using both CNS stimulants and depressants. Your affiant believes that the report of neglect and controlled substance use are consistent with the previously mentioned information. Your affiant is requesting to search the address in Minnesota for the above listed items in relation to the welfare of the children in the home and in relation to the controlled substance investigation. Your affiant is also requesting to search Nick Rekieta. And then, of course, there is that verbiage on the bottom. I request a search warrant be issued commanding Quinn, Robbie, Nick, Dave, Rob, peace officers of the state of Minnesota, and any other authorized person to enter and search between the hours of 7 a.m. and 8 p.m. to search the above described premises, persons, and property and things, and to seize and keep said property and things in custody until dealt with accordingly to law, including authorization to have the seized property and things to be analyzed by a forensic laboratory. Okay, we got a signature. We have the search warrant on the address. So, and that's signed by the judge. Oh, okay, hold up, y'all. So we have receipt of inventory. I blocked out the address. I took custody of the property and things below. Attach identified additional sheets. Let's look at what they took, okay? Because one thing that kind of made me wonder is they asked for a search warrant, but hold up. They didn't asked for the motor vehicle search warrant. Y'all notice that? Hey, Grape Tea, they never asked for, like, why didn't they search his car? Kind of makes you wonder. There's another stream he did with Megan Fox and said that he had to use the bathroom and he left her doing the live on her own for almost an hour, and that was crazy. Oh my God, really? I like Megan Fox. So what did she do, your old lady? So there was a YouTuber that offered to pay his rehab, and that was after Nick started attacking him for no reason. Ripa was sincere. Oh my God. Some people don't want to get help, you know. They're not ready, you know. They're not ready, y'all. Not ready whatsoever. First offense, and he's an attorney. I'm thinking 18 months deferred or less, and rehab, probation, parenting classes. Random test. He's not. I don't think he's doing 25 years. I definitely don't think so. Never heard of Rekieta before this arrest, and I watch mostly all Lawtubes. I watched Rekieta through the Johnny Depp trial. The whole drama started when the Ripaverse was when things really started going downhill fast. Shell says that I'm pretty sure that, listen, Shell, I'm pretty sure somebody got body cam footage of this. Like, there is no way that they don't. The police would have worn a body cam surely to show what they found in the background. You do have to kind of wonder. People who are still making excuses for him are going to make things work for Nick, because that's what he's going to prefer, to listen to those subscribers sad. Well, alcohol fries your brain cells and then adds the substances. There is no other outcome than downward spiral into nothingness. I agree. I don't think he'll be doing 25 years, but I think him being a lawyer, if there's body cam evidence, I do kind of wonder about that. You already know somebody already requested it, you know? She said she was doing a live stream, smiling awkwardly. I would be awkwardly smiling if I'm like waiting for somebody to show up, you know? And then like they're in the bathroom for so long. Nick also got catfished by a man who used fake thirst bait pictures, naming itself Mandy. You think he's gonna ask for an alpha plea? It is, if it's his first offense, you guys. You know, it's his first offense. You said the sad thing is that if it's court mandated rehab, if he doesn't want the help, it's probably not going to do anything. That's right, Anthony. That's the thing. It's like people have to be able to get they have to be able to want to do it. This isn't like you need to get help. Like people on the internet could tell him you need to get help, but he's going to want to have to do it. That's what's going to have to happen. You can't force people to get help. That's just how it is. I don't know, Shell. I'm assuming that it's his first offense. I could be wrong though, because I didn't pull no backgrounds or anything like that. Old lady says Nick is arrogant. He's stubborn. I used to watch him all the time until he got cray cray, and I wasn't sure what was wrong. I just knew something was off. It's only 365 days on a neglect charge. This is what the sad part is, you guys, and this is what makes me upset about this is luckily those kids are safe. You know what I'm saying? Like they're safe, right? So nobody, if one of these kids, something had happened to them, they had passed away or harm had happened to them because of the drug use, this would have been a whole different deal. So to me, this is like a intervention that his community was wanting to see happen. And this isn't like it's the one thing about the internet is the internet, but you're talking about the mandated reporters are people from the church, people local. So they saw an issue. They started watching his streams, but they took the reports from the mandated local reporters from that community, from the church, serious and said, listen, are we going to wait for somebody to die or somebody to get hurt? Because that's what it is. You got guns, you got drugs. Is that what's going to happen? I don't know. He said he's trying to say the giant pile of blow in the safe in his bedroom wasn't his, and he was being set up by the DOJ and just weird crap like that. Well, this is Flossie. They got to pull that body cam footage. That's what they got to do. Because his own streams are convicting him at this point. They got to pull that body cam footage. You can only say that the internet lied about you for so long. That's the thing about the internet. You can only, like, sometimes the footage can speak for itself. That was a case in point yesterday when we did a stream on that. Sometimes the footage will speak for itself, right? You have the persons saying the event and then you have the footage. So if the footage can speak for itself, then that's all it is, right? That's it. His enablers aren't talking about his kids. How in the hell can they say there's no harm to his kids? It's appalling to hear that from his enablers. They don't. Why don't they ask the kids how their lives have been? Yeah, ask them. Ask them if they were hungry. Ask them if they had any food or anything like that. Ask them. Like, ask those children. And there were 5 children. You know, yeah, they're crooked officers and they do plan and divide. And I agree with you on that, Anthony. Like, you have crooked officers out there. I definitely believe that. Definitely believe that. But yeah, we got to be careful. Margot said this is borderline Ruby Frankie. Margot, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, you're right. This is borderline Ruby Frankie, where you had people on the online community trying to bring attention and they were ignored too. This is borderline Ruby Frankie. The difference is, though, is that I feel like Nick Rekieta supporters are like hardcore. Like, they came at me in the comments, and I know Graham was talking about it too. That's a good comparison. I'm just saying, that's a good comparison to that. I would say that. You definitely, Stasia even agrees with that. It's definitely borderline Ruby Frankie, because a lot of her supporters came at me in the comments too. Okay, let's keep reading this. Y'all, let me know your thoughts in the comments as we're reviewing this. Shout out to you guys. Hold up. Let me see what you guys are saying. And get to the docs. Okay. So I was kind of curious why they didn't do a search warrant of his vehicle, but they didn't. I don't know. And the officer writes, I took into custody the property and things listed below in the attachments. Left a receipt of property and things listed below. I shall retain or deliver custody of things said property as directed by court order. This is the evidence. Snort tube, cocaine by the master nightstand. That's tagged. And let me just say the crappy handwriting that these officers have. Something black, vial, white substance, cocaine, master, I think nightstand. That's what it says. 2 credit cards. April Imholt. 2 credit cards. 2.22 something something nightstand. Y'all, can y'all read that? Let me know. Let me know, because it's like crappy writing. Crappy writing. Let me know. What do you guys read on that? And then it says something something mag. I think this is related to the guns. RAR. Okay. Glass counter, metal container, and the dresser, master dresser. Okay, 22 Spence case. Thank you, y'all. All right, thank you. Y'all can read better than me. I cannot read the Spence 22 shell casings. Thank you. 4 is spent casings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a lot of bashing of reporters, and I ask, when are you supposed to be concerned about the kids? When are they harmed? When they get harmed, we bash on people all the time when they stay quiet. Your old lady, you're right. You're right. Thank you, says Rabbit. It's 222 2.22 caliber spent shell casings and tested positive for cocaine. Thank you. Great handwriting to the officer. And then we read this. This is the what is it? Glass container dresser master. And then bag with cards, or is it baggie with cards, cocaine in the safe master bedroom, and white powder. And then baggie, and these are the baggies, and I was being attacked about talking about these baggies. Somebody said baggies, white powder. And then other baggies over here too. Ziploc with baggies, white powder. So this is all that they found. I think so too, Kate. I mean, I'm not expecting beautiful handwriting, but I'm just saying. Beautiful says, I'm sorry, but this is nothing like Ruby Frankie. This may be neglect, but there are no allegations that the children were beat or tied. That is true. I think what we're saying is neglect. You're right, because Ruby Frankie was the direct abuse was towards the kids. But this one right here was just neglect of the children. But we don't know what the impact was to the children, so kind of keep that in mind. I hear what you're saying, though, beautiful messy ball. People can't believe he spiraled so far. It's like watching a train wreck. He also didn't exploit this kids. I'm no fan of Nick, but true. There's a lot of neglect of the kids, though. Beautiful messy ball. That's what I would probably say. But you're right. I think I make the comparison in like you have these YouTubers that are so big that this is where we're at right now. But that's just my thought, my opinion. No opinion is wrong. Let's see, more money, more problems. I mean, I think this is why Jesus doesn't make me rich. Jesus made some of us broke because he knew that we would be disastrous. At least for me. I'm just saying. I don't know about y'all. This is why I'm not rich. And Jesus is like, you will never hit the lotto because you'll have more problems. Just saying. Why would they have little baggies? Well, and this is a good point. And people, like I said, were really upset me making the reference to the baggies because of that. But yeah. Nope, it's not. No joke. I was clean for 23 years and relapsed after begging for help, knowing my train wreck was coming. Rabbit, poor people drink and drugs too. That is true, Heidi. You're right. You're right. Totally true. Shout out to you. Without knowing the guy's history, I'm guessing you have a guy that's bordered on issues with addiction. You know, you do have to kind of wonder, like, what led up to this, right? What was his family social history? What did that look like? Like what was, because it doesn't just happen like this. What led up to this? Sometimes people say like money, but I kind of agree with Heidi. It's like everybody can have an addiction problem. Drinking, that can happen to anybody. I mean, alcohol is cheap. You can buy real cheap, liquor, and it's accessible to anybody. So you do have to kind of wonder what traumatic experiences happened before that, So that's a good point. Just wanted to bring that up. Addiction happens all the time. Fortunately, the kids were exposed 24/7 as they were homeschooled. They were homeschooled, and then you had these preschool teachers that were coming in. So, yeah. Oh. Anyways, shout out to you guys. Transfer addiction can be any. Okay, I'm a child of alcoholics and grew up around it. No comparison. Gotcha. Hold up. The guy would always talk about his kids and activities they were doing. Then it just stopped. Something must have happened. Something must just, it must have just happened. Something. A lot of lawyers have drug problems. Yeah, there's alcohol for sure. You said, I think he spiraled out of control when he got sued, and he's been losing it since then. I don't deny the neglect. I agree. There's definitely a lot of neglect. All right. Let's get it together. Shout out to everybody in the chat, you guys. Thank you. So we had, this is the other evidence. digital scale. The metal, what is this? Can y'all see that white metal white substance? What is this? Metal rod or metal ron? Yeah, remember what B Tim told us? That's right. He said he went downhill after that lawsuit. True. Addiction is enough to destroy a family. Absolutely. And then he put that thing and it was bad juju. Yeah, I remember that. Y'all remember we had that live stream and I didn't even know what he was talking about. And then we pulled it up and listen, that's crazy. What else? What else? Safe, magnetic to snort tubes, $100 bill with white powder residue, a bag of white substance powder, scooper from master closet safe, two baggies with funnels, master bedroom, Springfield armor, .45. This is one of the weapons. And then a .38 handgun, magazines with ammo. I mean, okay, so weapons are allowed. I guess. Are we surprised about the weapons? I don't know about you guys. He has a license to carry. Kind of wondering. I don't know what it's like in Minnesota. You'll never touch one thing. Listen. I don't even know. I don't want to even say the name because that's crazy. What I heard about after B Tim said that, I said no. Now, do I believe that people can transfer negativity to certain things? Absolutely. I am kind of spiritual that way. I'm just saying, I don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. Don't touch it. Don't even say its name. Okay? Don't say its name. It's bad. Safe master bedroom and safe master bath. They had 2 safes. Wow. Yeah. They need to get a shaman to cleanse. Well, I don't know, man. You just don't know what's in there. Why the scale though? It's a great question, Molly King. But ask the supporters that because they'll try to say everybody has a scale in their home. I don't know. I don't have scales. I mean, sometimes you weigh food, but I don't know about all that other stuff. Yeah, you're stuck at the fact that he was driving, that he was out driving. Uh-huh. So you think that the presence of the weapon enhances the factor of a crime? Exactly. Kim, I'm there with you. You have a scale, but no white powder on it. Gotcha. Maybe there's flour. Could be. I don't have a scale. Maybe I need it. I mean, I never really thought about weighing my food, but it is what it is. Gotcha, beautiful messy ball. And a lot of people have said that too, that they were watching the Rittenhouse and then they just saw like it's like a sudden decline and downfall. That's what it seems like that happened. But anyway, so ammunition, we got more, we have a shotgun, we have bullets that they collected, and that's where it stops. I think what's really sad is that I mean, clearly the officer saw something here that, the decline of such situations and, of Nick. And it's sad. It's just sad to see this. But like I said, this can happen to anybody. And, addiction doesn't really discriminate. So we need to kind of keep in mind that what this is. I truly hope that this man gets help because he needs it, but people can't really be forcing themselves or their ideologies onto them. Look at this. And let me show y'all what the Twitter is saying, okay? Because people are trying to prove their point of like, he did put his children in danger because the fan stands are saying he never did. To all people claiming that Rekieta never put a child in danger, please watch this clip. If this is how irresponsible and reckless he was around other people's 4-year-old children, how do you think he was acting at home? What was he doing? Hold up.
I go to the couch where my 4-year-old is on her tablet, where Nick was sitting on the couch a couple hours prior. And I see a container. I don't know what's in the container. I walk it over into the kitchen, over the sink. I unscrew the top. It's full of cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Nick had a container of cocaine. It fell out of his pocket next to my fucking 4-year-old, and I lost my mind. Call April down again. Discovered. I walk to the couch. I walk upstairs. I go to the couch where my 4-year-old is on her tablet, where Nick was sitting on the couch a couple hours prior. And I see a container. I don't know what's in the container. I walk it over into the kitchen, over the sink. I unscrew the top. It's full of cocaine. Nick had a container of cocaine. It fell out of his pocket next to my fucking 4-year-old, and I lost my mind. Call April down again. Discovered. I walk to the couch. I walk upstairs. I go to the couch where my 4-year-old is on her tablet.
So this is Aaron talking about what he saw. Then you have, hold up.
And I guess he's always been humble around me. He's always been really cool. So I've never really thought of it in even that way. But it's just the drugs and the hookers and all that shit just got
that. You have to kind of wonder that, like, Aaron, you're talking about your 4-year-old, but you were also part of the issue too. Like, weren't you also part of the, like, what is he talking about? Because to me, this sounds like he's just as reckless as everybody else in the household.
way too fucking prevalent. Way too prevalent. And I guess you can become addicted to that shit too. I don't know. I think they're fucking gross. I'm weird about that kind of stuff. I think hookers and strippers are fucking gross. Like, always been humble around me.
I don't know. See, some of these people that I'm like, where I kind of have to question, because these were the same people that were friends or enabling or whatever. Like, I have to question, what is the intent? Lord have mercy, you got all the Lawtube acting crazy. Oh my gosh. So they're interviewing Aaron. If Andy and Power of Truth don't win the Pulitzer for their incredible investigative journalist interviewing Aaron and exposing Rekieta conspiracy, they have been robbed. Can't wait for Nick to discuss this on the next episode of Chad's Dads. What? I don't know, y'all.
Naked, came down the stairs. This is at my house.
Hold on.
Kayla had gotten me a birthday present.
That's what it sounds like
I'm a
to
cigar
me.
smoker. I like to smoke cigars every once in a while. And she got me this beautiful ostrich skin zip up cigar humidor with, like, cigar holders and, humidity trackers and everything. It's just really a nice cutter in there, a nice lighter. It was just really nice cigar set.
Huh.
And Nick goes, "Oh, I want her to present your gift to you." And so Kayla got completely naked, came down the stairs. This is at my house. I was seated on the couch, and, like, Nick was seated on the couch too.
What?
And she brought the gift down to me and, like, sat on my lap and gave it to me. But, like, Nick's right there.
Oh
And
my God.
I remember that was fucking weird to me.
Oh,
And then he goes, like, "I'm going to leave you two alone." So then he goes upstairs, and Kayla and I are on the couch. And, like, I'm totally not getting into it because I can see Nick peeking around the door.
So Nick was watching you fuck his wife.
Well, no, I wasn't. I
She's
couldn't
on his
fuck
lap.
Like,
yeah.
I couldn't fuck her. Like, I was on top. I got on top of her on the couch, and we're we're fucking around and shit. But, like, every once in a while, out of the corner of my eye, I can see Nick peering around the door. And I finally just went, because we were going to go out to lunch after I opened the gift. And I go, "Guys, can we just fucking go out to lunch? I can't do this with people fucking staring at me and, like, peeking around the door." And he's like, "Oh, sorry. I just want to know, like, what you guys were doing, so maybe I know what we should do." And I'm like, I don't need an explanation. If some guy is fucking staring around the corner, fucking watching me, I'm not into it. Sorry.
Okay, let me just say, that guy is, Aaron, you're trash. Okay? I am having a hard time believing anything. That might have been the thing, but here's the deal. He is so fucking trash because you're part of the ish. Y'all are there. Like, stop it. And people are actually platforming this guy. I don't even know this guy like that. But that, listen, 15 minutes told me everything right there. That's all. That guy is trash. Like, come the hell on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but weren't you there? You got your 5-year-old, 4-year-old, or whatever. Stop it. That's what it sounds like to me. He's too close to that situation. But why is he spilling, Caddy? Why is he spilling the deets now? Why now? Why are people like allowing him to spill the deets now? That's like, to me, the friend that like suddenly he wants to talk, but he was there with you when you were doing the fuck shit. Is that just weird? It's and he's like, this is the dog and the flea scenario. What? Right. It's not making him look good either. So now he's gonna be spilling the tea on that's fucked up. That's fake. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. Yes. Thank you for saying that. Somebody said driving the getaway car, then claiming to have been kidnapped when it goes up. Thank you, Kate. That's what I'm talking about. You driving the getaway car, but you're claiming to have been kidnapped. This is not, what's that one, Sandra Bullock? No. What's that one movie? They're stealing the bus, but it turns out they're not really stealing the bus and they run and they leave to Mexico. That's that bullshit right there. You don't know who to trust when it comes to these people. Get out of here with that.
Says, what happened to the original nanny Nick would complain about? Did you ever meet her? Would she have known about the drug use? Let me take that one at a time. The original nanny was a very sweet girl. She was really nice. I liked her a lot. Mostly because one day she came in singing an Eric Church song. So I kind of wanted to leave everyone for her. But she was a really nice, I'm not going to say her name because I don't know how much of that is public. She's a really nice woman. And I do wonder if she's going to be contacted by authorities or anything.
Huh.
Totally legal. She had all her paperwork.
Well, she was a white gal. You got to remember, this is Candy, Ohio County.
But that doesn't mean anything now. She could have been Eastern European.
I cannot.
Everybody.
I cannot with these guys. How could you let someone in general buy, especially someone like this, plow and fill up your wife? And oh God, this is crazy. If only there was some kind of warning sign that Rekieta Law may have been headed down a dark road.
Only thing I have within arm's reach. Hold on, I got.
Well, that was the best thing I ever did. Was
The only
move
thing
my.
I have within arm's reach. I don't know what.
What is that?
The only thing I got within arm's reach. Here we go. Here's another one. I don't know. We got a Canadian
Oh my
club.
God.
I got Willet. I got this Willet here.
Oh no! I had that Willow
I got
bottle,
another
and I
Penelope.
broke it.
I got. God damn it! Here's a Kentucky Straight Wilderness
hot
Trail.
Oh my
Wow.
God, y'all.
Blue Run. I got.
Do you have any
another
Woodford?
Penelope.
I've got some Woodford.
I got Deer Hammer because
Oh, and look, they're fighting. That's that Steel Toe morning show. Hey, sweetie, keep it shut. I was more coherent for these conversations than you were. Only one of us has gotten our wives arrested due to our drug habit. If you will excuse me, I have to go make dinner. My children. And then Rekieta had responded, yeah, right. Now this guy is a calculation equation as credibility approaches negativity infinity. So they're fighting on the internet right now, you guys. Mace, thank you for the 5. He says, heard enough to know the kid should have been removed until Nick gets his act together, however long it may take. They're beefing on social media, Graham. If y'all are not on Twitter or X, you guys make sure we follow each other, please. Hookers and cocaine. See, what the? So now, wait a minute. So now this guy who is Aaron, that's the one that was named in the arrest warrant. They're fighting each other. I could see that. If you could see my stank face. Yeah, but why are you attacking? It's like, I don't like X. I don't like X either. It's crazy. Shout out to everybody from X, but I try to avoid. I get tagged on bullshit and I just try to avoid a lot of stuff. Oh my God. The girls are fighting on the internet, you guys. But I do think that, Aaron, you're trash. You're trash. You're beyond trash for that. That's what I said. I said what I said. It's not good for his case. Nope. 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 That's crazy, you guys. I truly hope, look, I truly hope that those kids are okay, and that for the sake of his children that he does get help, and that those that are coming that are trolling my comments trying to give me say something, listen, I just block trolls. I don't even give you the chance to, if you typed in a long paragraph, save it, because I'm just going to block you. I'm going to have my opinion about the situation, just like everybody else should have their opinion about the situation. And it is what it is. Ada, thank you for the $2. Shout out to you, love. Your old lady is still begging to do that shirt dance off. Really? He needs to be careful. You're right, Kate. He needs to be careful. But I'm just saying that Aaron guy is trash too. Nobody is holier than thou in this situation. They're not. They're not. Okay? You mean to tell me you had your 4-year-old there while they were doing cocaine too? Get the fuck out of here. Yes, it is what it is. And we're going to keep talking about it. And if you have a problem with it, then don't watch. All right? You guys have a great one. I got to head out and tend to baby bunny. Yeah, and now X isn't the greatest name for Twitter. Every time I look at X, I think it's like a porn app at this point with the X. I don't like the name of it. I'm going to call it Twitter. I'm going to call it Twitter. Yes. All right, you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for joining me. Shout out to you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and have a great one. Thank you for supporting my channel. Bye, guys.